This is a real story about patience. A friend of mine told me about when she went to get a sandwich made. She said that the lady who was fixing her sandwich was just fixing it like with no loves. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about when I say with no love, because it's how you do it. You're one of the people who say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And if a person doesn't fix your food with love, you almost will walk out of the place because you don't want that food because you feel like it was not done with love. And so she said that the lady was fixing her food, throwing things together, not really being careful, not putting enough mayonnaise on this end that she put on that end, that type of thing, not really caring about what she did. And she, was a little bit offended, but she just took her sandwich. It was all right. So then she came back and there was another lady there who fixed their sandwich, and the lady was kind of elderly. The lady began to fix her sandwich. The lady really took her time, wanted to get her the freshest meat. She was like, oh, let me go to the back and get this meat, or whatever it was, whether it was bread, let me get you the freshest. Not because she said anything, but I think that God orders our steps and he orders certain circumstances and situations. So the lady was just taking her time. Oh, let me go to the back and let me get you this meat and the freshest bread. And she was like, hold on, let me go to the back. So I knew that sandwich was going to be made with love. It was going to just take a lot of time. And she was just like, oh my gosh. She was like thinking in her heart, like, where's the other lady? I got a revelation and an understanding that most of us are that same way. We want something with love, but we don't want to be patient for it. So when the first girl fixed it and she didn't fix it with love and was careless about the things that she was doing, she was frustrated because she wanted the love. And the girl fixed it in the time that she wanted it made, but it wasn't done in love. And so, based on the speed that she was going, was what she was going to receive. And I think that a lot of times we want something, but based on the speed that we're going, that's what we're going to get. So, what was going to be what she wanted, which was done in love, she didn't have the patience for. She was frustrated, like, oh my gosh, where's the other lady? This lady is about to go to the back to get me the freshest meat, to get me the freshest bread, to fix it and take her time. And we don't want the things that take time in order to get what we want. When you want love, or you want something that's done with love, or you want something that it can't be taken from you, that the enemy is not going to come back and take it from you. When you want something that God is going to give you, and he's going to give it, because the Bible says that every good and perfect gift is from the Lord and there's no shadow of turning. Every good and perfect gift. And I think that we don't have the patience for the good and the perfect gift, because what she wanted, she didn't have the patience for. What you want, do you actually have the patience for? Because when it's going a little bit too slow and it's taking a little bit, too much time, then do you get frustrated? So you're going to get the level of speed that you're going. And you're gonna, you when you're moving fast, you miss some things. When you notice when a person is fixing your food and they fixing it fast, they miss that you wanted onions. They miss that because they're moving so fast. When you think about it, think about a car, and a car that's driving down the road. If that car is doing 100 miles an hour, it's you're gonna and you in the car, you're gonna see less because the car is moving so fast. Versus if the car is doing 50 miles an hour, you're going to see more things. So it depends on the speed that the car is going. You'll miss the details. So if you're doing 50 miles an hour, you're like, oh, I didn't notice it was a McDonald's right there next to the Scott, or there, I didn't know they were building a new plaza right there. So you begin to notice more details when you go slower. And when you're going fast, you miss it. You didn't know that they just built a high school right there. You didn't know that they were building a new mall and a new shopping plaza right here. You didn't notice because you were moving so fast. And so I think a lot of times, if we don't allow God to bring us to rest, right? to bring some things within us to rest, because the Bible says that Jesus is a sure anchor for the soul. The soul is where your feelings, your desires, your emotions, and everything, the sum total of everything that you've been through, right? The subconscious mind, which has perfect memory, everything that you've been through, how you remember what you remember when you was 3 years old, the subconscious has perfect memory. And that place right there has to be anchored, because you've been through so many different things in life to where they trouble you and it tosses you to and fro. But Jesus said that he is a sure anchor. That anchor in a boat, when they drop that anchor, the metal thing, they drop it into the water and it keeps the boat from drifting. That he's going to be an anchor to anchor the soul, the areas in your subconscious mind, the things that trouble you that you don't even know is troubling you. And sometimes we're so moved, like she was so busy, had to, just a busy body. She was moving, doing 100 miles an hour. And she wanted that sandwich that was fixed at 50 miles an hour, the details. Put the mayonnaise all the way through. Put it on that end and this end. Put pickles all the way through. Put lettuce on this end too. Right. She wanted the details, but she was moving too fast. And a lot of times we're moving fast based on the things that we've been through in life. And those things need to be anchored, to brought to rest. But we don't want the things that's going to take time, like the lady was walking to the back to get the best bread. We don't really want that. We like, oh my gosh. We can't take it because we don't have a rest. Our soul is not anchored. And so my prayer is that you allow God to anchor your soul, that he can bring those things within your heart to rest. So when God shows you something, allow him to deal with it. And so that was just a perfect opportunity for her to see, do you really want love? And I'm not just talking about love, romantic, just the love, the things that are done with love, the friendships that are made with love, the job that is surrounded by love with, those type of things. Do you want it? It takes time. Or do you move too fast? Are you fast? You moving too fast? You're doing 100 miles an hour, but you're going to see less. You're going to see more detail when you move slow. And so some things that God is doing in your life, it takes patience. It's going to take patience, and it is going to kill you almost, like, oh my gosh. But guess what? When it works patience inside of you, you can wait for it. You can see why God wanted you to wait. You can see, and you're more grateful now, so that the next situation you go through or circumstance, you can wait. You can wait for your food. You don't want anything rushed. You're not rushing anything, because you know that every good and perfect gift comes from the Lord. And yes, he can do a quick thing in a short time, but everything is not always quick. So pray for patience.